Salutations! Welcome to the conversation. I am your host, the Queen of Shade, and I would like to formally, cordially, gleefully, and joyfully welcome you to One-on-One with the Queen of Shade Season 2. There are going to be a lot of surprises in this season. You're going to see a lot of familiar faces that have been here before, and some new ones. And it's going to be an amazing journey of discovery. Remember, these are not interviews. These are inner views. Let us see what your soul looks like. So pull up a chair and don't forget to comment, like, share, and most of all, subscribe. To follow the show, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Queen of Shade, and you can follow the show there. There's also a podcast version of the show, but that hasn't come all the way out yet. I did a soft launch, but that will be coming out too. Season 1 was absolutely crazy. There are 253 episodes of Season 1. Yes, I was running off of pure adrenaline, pure spirit, pure excitement, and we got that done. So you can expect Season 2 to be just as magnanimous and crazy and explosive. There will be some great conversations that you will be able to take things away from and apply to your natural life. 253 episodes. Let's see what we do for Season 2. I love all of you and thank you for supporting, watching, commenting, liking, sharing, because baby, we're on this journey together. We're not on here alone. I'm not on here alone. My guests are not on here alone. You're right along with us. So once again, welcome to the conversation. Now let's get to the conversation.
You fall. The Queen of Shade.
I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one.
I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I'm gonna get you, boy. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I'm gonna get you, boy. Mister, how's your wife and kids? Do they know you like to handle this? I say, mister, why punish your son? 'Cause his daddy likes my kind of fun. And at night you always call my phone. You're always asking if I'm all alone. And when I tell you that I need your love, you come running just to feel me up. Personal trainer and CEO of Black Queer Fitness, Tyriek Taylor.
Salutations, Queen of Shade here, coming to you with a very special presentation, moving full speed along with Season 2 of One-on-One with the Queen of Shade has been truly amazing. I loved Season 1, and it really opened up a door for me and my career and what I was doing. So I just had to bring it back, and I was able to do so. So I'm very, very elated about that. Having said that, I have a young man that I enjoy talking to a lot. He was here Season 1, and now he has returned to give us some more of that good conversation. So please help me welcome Mr. Tyriek Taylor.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Hi, how are
how you
you?
doing?
I'm doing well. I can't
Uh,
complain.
yeah, I just scared the hell out of my cat. He was like, "What the hell are you doing, lady?" It's so good to see
It's
you.
good to see you too, love.
Oh my God. So listen, do you realize that it was literally 2.5 years ago that we first did our first conversation?
Yo,
It's been
too.
two and a half years. Yeah,
Long time.
long
I'm
time.
I'm an adult now. I like grew up. Like
I was gonna say, yeah, because post our last conversation, I just, I follow you on social media. It was like, I'm gone, bitch. No more New York. I'm in Texas. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, all right. Like, so how was that? What prompted that move?
what prompted that move? Healing for me. New
Yeah,
York is a lot. New York is
it
a
is.
it's a lot. I learned a lot about myself. I achieved and accomplished things I hadn't even planned on trying to do. Like I like what? Okay, I did this. Like I'm good, and I never wanted to move to New York in the first place. So for me to get there, do what I've done, it was I ain't mad at it, but Texas was just like where my heart was.
Well, you know something? Let's tell him. So Tyreek is a fitness guru. Okay,
Oh
this
my
is what
God,
he does.
stop!
Yes, I'm digging you out, baby, because it's true. He coaches people worldwide, I believe, because you do online coaching too, right? He
Mhm.
actually does coaching like in your presence, like in his presence. So that's really cool too. So he has that aspect of his business where he's coaching you one on one in a personal setting in the gym or whatever, and then he also does online coaching. So I'm just listen, you talk about some, oh, it was just a little thing. I did what I had to do. No, mister, because you left here, and next thing I know, you being featured in magazines. You being featured in magazines. I just saw another one. I'm like, oh, wow, this one looked like a little mini docu-series.
I try, I try.
What you mean you try? You better talk to me. Listen,
I
he calls me his Philly John, so he better talk to me like I'm his Philly John.
I mean, it was all an experience. And then when I started talking more about having HIV, it kind of just it segued into like all other stuff as far as like having HIV and still being able to work out and not being different than anybody else.
Let me tell you something. You want the honest truth?
Like partial honest, like a little bit of a joke, like make it cute.
Let me tell you something. In the black community, this survey was taken in 2013. In 2013, in the black gay community, the statistic for those infected with HIV that were gay was 50%. And that was in 2013. Now think about it. We've been fucking a lot more since 2013. Okay? Right? So
Okay.
think about it. It was one and two. And get this, I saw it happen in my relationships, in my friendships, in every situation. And you know what I love? First of all, I want to commend you for standing up and taking the bull by its horns. I have a friend, actually two, that they tanked their careers because they were literally in the public eye. And rather than take on the stigma and say you can still live your life and you can be what you need to be and show the world how to gracefully do it, they went into hiding and seclusion and disappeared.
It's listen. I'm not mad at them for doing that.
Neither am I.
It is it's a lot. I mean I knew about HIV since I came out the closet. Like it was always like being educated on it. Like not everyone has that. And we come from Philadelphia public systems, but
Not me.
it
I
was
went to
it
Willow
was
Grove. I went to Upper Morgan High School.
it was a matter of I wasn't even honestly ready for it. So when it happened, I was like, oh, this is the stigma. This hurts. This hurts a lot. Like it was a big eye opening for me. Like I thought everyone was educated and like we all knew, but it's still out there. And
So
if you are in the public eye and like everyone knows, they will see you and they will know, and it's a it's it's just it is a lot to it's a lot to take on.
You know what I love? I have several friends that are content creators, and I don't mean content creators. I mean exclusive content creators. So they
Hmm.
work for like the Only and the Fans, honey. You know, they work for the porn and the studio. They work, you know. So many of them, I have seen their careers blossom because they're like, listen, undetectable for undetectable. It's literally how, and I mean, it's right there in their bios on everything they do. And what I love is I watch them flourish. Because let me tell you something, everywhere,
You watch them get down.
listen, I love them too. No, but get this, I also watch them flourish in their community because, like, a lot of these people, you know, I know a couple of them, they're go-go dancers. They do different things as well. So I've watched the community embrace them because, oh baby, hold on one second. Smokey, don't you knock over my light. You hear me? I'm gonna have to edit this out.
No, leave it. Baby know better. She want me to come lay down with her.
He jumped down. For a year and 6 months. He didn't want nothing to do with me. I adopted him from the SPCA here in Philly, a Philly SPCA. Oh, I didn't think I was gonna go that way. So you know that Erie Avenue SPCA, okay? And I got him from there. First of all, they didn't want me to take him because he's a purebred Russian blue, and they didn't want a black person to have him. But I played dumb. I played dumb. I made my choice. They tried to show me another cat, and that cat stood up in the cage with one ear. I said, I don't do deformity.
No, deformity need love too.
Yes, and that cat got adopted, just not by me.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I've watched them flourish because they're out and proud about it. And you know what I realized? The ones that have it the worst are masculine presenting men. You guys, I understand because when you started talking about it, I sensed some hurt. And you said, this hurts. I sense that. But I want to also tell you and encourage you that most of the time, it's not you. It is literally the people around you. So if you're having that happen regularly, fuck them people. No, get away from them. Because literally, Tyreek, I'm trying to tell you, I dated a man that had HIV. That was not why we broke up. Not at all. Love that man. Still love that man to this day. He had a lot of other trauma, emotional trauma that he needed to work out. He comes from the church world and all of that. So there was some church hurt there. And that was too much to a person that had 20 years of therapy, because I have, dealing with the monsters and my demons and all of those things. I just realized that he needed, because he had just started therapy when we got together. So it was still fresh. It was still new. So I had to put the kibosh on that relationship. But let me go back even further. I saw a man, because we weren't in a relationship as far as monogamous, but I fell in love with him. I slept with him for 8 years. 7 of those years, I was the recipient. I was the bottom. The man had HIV. I trusted him with my body more than I trusted anyone else. The entire time I was with him, I never slept with anybody else, and we weren't even exclusive. He ran around town. I didn't care because I admired the way he took care of himself. Because people don't want to talk about it. You guys are more susceptible to sickness and disease than we are, because of the immune system situation. But literally, I felt more safe with him than anyone else. And my friends would be like, how can you do that? I said, because with him, I know what he comes with. I know what he comes with. We used condoms, protection. The sex was great. Some of the best sex I ever had in my life. And I don't even like bottoming. And I bottomed for this man because I met him coming from adolescence into adulthood. So in the beginning, I thought, oh, well, I'm feminine, so I have to play this role to get men. And he was actually the one that was like, when I went to him, was like, I don't like this position. He was like, I was just waiting on you to tell me. Like, I could tell you don't like this position. You enjoyed it for, for what it was. Because I did. He was really good at it. So he's like, but I could tell from the beginning you were a blouse. And I'm like, he was the one that told. I said, well, what the hell is a blouse? He said, a feminine top. He's the one that told me. And then literally the dynamic of our relationship changed and I was on top the rest of the relationship and it was fire. I'm not going to talk about that, but it was fire. It was, when I tell you it was fire, it was the hottest. The first night, oh God, oh God. Because I told him over the phone I didn't want to see him no more. And he asked me why. And I to mention the sex situation. I said, I've really come into who I need to be. And I don't want to do this role anymore. And he was like, oh, so you don't want bottom no more. I was like, yeah, I don't want bottom no more. He's like, all right. And he hung up. He's like, all right.
And he hung up.
He was like, see you around. Hung up.
Hmm.
20 minutes later, I get a knock on my door. This man comes, and no, mind you, this is a tall man. Oh, I can't even think about this. This is a tall man. We talking 6'4". Comes to my house. He has on a coat, no shirt. He has on pants, no underwear. He has on shoes, no socks. That got me right there. He said, oh, so if you're going to do this, you're going to do this with me first. Tyreek, I need a moment. The flashbacks, the flashbacks. Ooh. I've been celibate for 12 years, Tyreek, so that you just took me back. The best. The absolute best. And I realized in that moment that a person's HIV status would not matter to me. I knew. I realized then. And I'm saying this to you to encourage you because there are more people like me out there. We don't care because of our experiences. It's also like the black community. Everybody's all rah, rah, rah about gay people till they get a gay cousin or a gay aunt or a gay uncle. Then it's like exposure therapy. The thing that they're afraid of, they start seeing it. And then the next thing you know, something happens and they beat your ass for talking out crazy to their uncle.
Mm-hmm. I love that part.
Exposure.
That's my favorite. That's
Yes.
my favorite.
Exactly. Exposure. So I commend you for even starting this conversation off that way. Because then it opened a door for me to experience with you and tell you my experiences. And most of us in the gay community have slept with somebody with HIV. It isn't. Listen, either you did it and you knew or you did it and you didn't know.
Yeah.
But I like the ones when you knew. And I'm sitting here looking at you, Tyreek. Them pecs is poking through that shirt.
Oh my God, are they? I
All
wasn't
right,
sure if I should wear a tank top and t-shirt. I
listen,
was like skeptical about that.
listen. Them biceps is on bicepping, okay? They are bicepping, okay? Like I love you. I love you,
So,
and it's good to start there because I get like people get to hear me say this to you. It don't fucking matter. It don't fucking matter, Tyreek.
I mean, I learned that over time. It never mattered in the beginning.
Yeah,
It mattered to everybody else.
yeah,
But never, ever, ever. I was just like, okay, cool. Like life goes on. We're
Tyreek.
too far advanced in medical science for me to like stress out about it. So I was scared from jump.
Get this. It don't matter to a lot of us, Tyreek. So I say, if it's an issue, keep looking.
I'm taking a break. I'm definitely taking a break from the last my last situation.
I saw it.
I'm
All
so
right.
happy for him. I'm so happy for him. You know, he's made a better choice for himself and something that I knew from jump. So like I condemn him on making that step and
You
going
mean
into it.
condemn him? You said I condemn him. You mean you
Not
could?
condemn him. I look.
You
I'm
mean you
just. I'm happy
command?
for him.
You
I'm
mean you
happy for him.
command? You command
Command,
him.
command.
See, your soul spoke.
I,
That's what you get. Your soul spoke.
no, 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 no.
Yeah. He like, hold on, let me get a
No,
drink.
no, no, I really,
You
I had to come to
commend him.
notice.
You commend him
It
on
was
the
hard for him to
decision
tell
that
me
he
when
made.
when it happened. But uh, I invested in toys.
Yeah.
It's a, yeah. I'm gonna be celibate for a little while.
Yeah.
They jerk off, right? Celibate, big we vegan, right? That's a
It is. I've been celibate for 12 years. Doesn't mean I don't pleasure myself.
Okay, cool. Long as I'm on the same page with it, like I'm
Listen,
okay with that.
listen, you know this. The gay community is a spectrum. You never can say, well, this is the one. We come with so many different nuances of who we are. No, I'm celibate and I have toys. I don't play that. I don't play that.
Um, it's it gets fun. It gets
Yeah, it
fun.
does.
I'm exploring. I'm exploring. I talk to my friends about like, yo, I went up an inch, and then like it's just we talk about it. Like it's fun. It's fun.
You know what's so crazy though? We need to talk about it more. We need to talk about it more. Because you know what? I saw someone say and I had to chime in. I had to weigh in. Unfortunately for the black gay community, you never know what you're going to get as far as of a man because you don't know how they were raised. And that matters, not the sexual stuff, not the undetectable that don't matter. The problem is, how the fuck were you raised? Who raised you?
Who raised you?
Yes, who
Who
raised
raised
you?
you?
That's the issue. Who raised you? Because I like honestly, I meet a lot of men. I meet a lot of men. But as a man and an entrepreneur, and you are one as well, we can be very intimidating for that reason. And a lot of times, when people are intimidated about you or by you, they will find a detail, find a flaw, and be like, but you this, and but you got this, and you did that. That is to make themselves feel less threatened by your presence and all the music and fire that you come with.
I love that. That's my favorite. I'm
Yeah.
humble. I'm humble.
Yeah, like you got like that's what we need to understand today because like this our community is one of the most insecure communities there are. But the thing about it is look at what we've had to suffer. But it's like okay, now we've suffered it. Now when do we do the therapy and not perpetuate it onto the next generation of gays coming in? Nobody's doing that. When do we do the work in therapy so that when the next generation of gays turns 18 and we have a new generation? Now look at this. They're the same generation, but every single day in this country, a gay turns 18 years old. Every day, a gay turns 18 years old. So who's there for them to show them the ropes? Do you know? I'm about to tell you something and you're going to be like, girl, when I first started, I didn't know anything about Fleet. I didn't know any of those things about
Me
hygiene,
neither.
how to be with a man. I didn't have people to teach me. I had to figure all of that shit out on my own. No bueno. But I'm 42. But so I come from a time when it was still like, in order to get our rights taken away, enough of us have to have those rights right now. Okay? In order for them to take rights away, enough of us have to be benefiting from the rights right now. It is 2025. Like, it is not that big. It is not that deep. So anyway, segue. So you were a trainer in New York City. When you moved to Texas, are you still training? Are you still building the business? What's going on as far as the physical therapy? Personal
uh,
training.
so I am still doing it. When I first got back, it was just like settling in. Austin has changed so much. I came back to a whole new city, all new people. It almost looked like Philly, like all new buildings. I'm like, okay. I didn't just navigate around there, met up with some old people, ended up picking up a second job at a bar that I used to work at.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just went from there. Like, honestly, so I'm still working to open up a gym. I work with a place called The League. I fucking their family's like too perfect. It's black owned. They got 3 locations. Their kids flawless. Like they're well behaved. I'm like, are we y'all from the south? Yeah, I'm from the south. And then so I'm working with them right now. I'm coming up with different things to incorporate into their programs until I get my own. You got to work for somebody so you can have your own. And I love working for them, and they are like paving a way for me. So that's where I am with that right now.
I'm so glad. So explain. So you've lived in Texas before.
I lived into before, so Philly, from Philly, I went straight to, I came here. And then from here, I went to New York. And then I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And then I came back.
Well, get this. What is it about Texas? Let me start there because then I'll say what I need to say. What is it about Texas that drew you?
This is where my second family was. So when I came out, was outed, uh, this is where I this is where I did my gay adulting. So where I was like involved in charity work, where I was made Mr. Austin Pride, and like I got to do all this shit, and I was like, okay. And at this time, I wasn't talking to my family as much. I was only talking to my siblings. So this is where I built myself.
Yeah. No, get this. My baby, I have a nephew son, 23 years old. He's leaving to move to Texas tomorrow.
Is he on in Houston?
I think he might be going to Houston or Dallas. He has family. The family are sending him a ticket. Yeah.
Because my niece wants to come to Houston to be closer to me. I can't wait. I'm gonna get her lit. No, I'm kidding. I can't wait though. I can't wait. She's in
Very
college now, but
excited.
she wants to move to Houston. I'm like, Houston out of all places? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
But you know what? Would you say that Texas, even with all of that, and would you say it's more laid back?
Certain pockets, certain
Mm,
pockets. But like Austin is very liberal. Well, it's changed a little bit.
yeah.
It's now like we had a lot of people from LA come here in New York, so it's a very tech city now, but still chill, laid back, liberal. It just depends. Outside of the big cities, the major cities, like we don't go nowhere. You don't go into those cities. You don't stop at their gas stations. You kind of just, whoa, they still do that. You just don't.
Yeah. Yeah, pockets. Yeah, but you found your forever home.
I don't want to say forever. I'm already ready to move.
Are you
Alright.
serious?
I mean,
Tariq!
I do want to be close. I miss my nephews. I miss my nieces. I want to be closer to them in Florida. I mean, I don't want to live in Florida, but that's where they all are. And I've
Tariq.
been talking to my little brother about it, and I mean, houses are so cheap out there. So there's a possibility. And then if I'm back on the East Coast, I'm so close to the rest of my family.
Tariq, for body work, because you got a body, they don't know. I'm gonna make sure I pick a real good picture today for this. I'm gonna show them this body. You got a body. Florida would be perfect. I could put you in touch with my friend. He's a independent business owner as well. He works with children. His name is Joe Adorno, and he's in Orlando. And he is just the salt of the earth. So I know people in Florida, him especially. So if you do make that move, I don't know where you're planning on going, but if you're close to Orlando, I would love to introduce you to Joe. Joe is the salt of the earth. He came from Orlando back to Philly. He has family here, but he was on vacation last Christmas for him and his friend, and they were in New York. He got on the train from New York and was like, bitch, I gotta come see you. And I mean, because I live in the Northeast. I'm up here by the Northeast Airport. You know this.
Are you up there?
Yeah.
You're up there. Sure.
So I don't get into the city much because everything is around me and I'm always doing my entrepreneur shit. So I never go too far away from my desk. So, but I went into the center city. He took me to, it's now the Comcast building, the tallest building in the city. He took me to the Sky Lounge. And oh my God, Tyreek, the way our city looked from fucking like 70 feet up, like 70 stories up. It's taller than the Liberty place. It's the tallest building in the city. You could see every angle, north, south, east, and west. It like I was like, and that triggered me in a good way because I was like, all these years of grinding, leaving the city and coming back, I've always been on the ground. I have never seen my city from this point, and it just made me really proud. It made me extremely proud of my city because our city, I should say, because it's developing, like they're developing. But guess what? First ticket out of here. First chance I get, I'm out of here though.
Philly
Philly.
is changing. Philly has
Yes.
grown a lot, a
Yes.
lot.
Yes.
Every time I come back to visit, I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. They closed. I think they closed Woody's. They did all of that.
They
Like,
didn't close Woody's.
I think they,
Woody's was like a toxic staple.
Wait, I know. Hold on. I think it was Woody's that they closed.
Is
Philadelphia,
EXO? I know EXO is something else now.
Woody's,
Oh,
Gabriel.
the neighborhood grew too. The neighborhood, like,
Yeah. We got more gays in this because this city started erecting, our city, they started erecting condominiums and things down in Center City to get the young professionals, and some of those young professionals are gay. Okay, no, Woody's is still here.
I'm about
Okay.
to say,
Oh
there's
yeah,
no way.
they closed a lot of the others. No, Woody's. Okay, Woody's is still here. Closed right now. They open at 9 p.m. tonight. Yeah,
Throwing out those rumors.
yeah, it's throwing out
Oh
those
yeah, they
rumors.
closed down Woody.
Right, but I fixed it. Woody's is still open, y'all, Philadelphians. They open at 9 p.m. tonight. Drink responsibly. Anyway, no,
No,
so
just
like, okay, so Austin changed. Now you want to move again, but you know what I want to tell you? Keep moving till you find it.
I'm I'm going with the flow. I have nothing tying me down here.
Yeah,
It's me and my dog. Like that's it.
yeah,
So there's nothing like tying me down. Unless the gym does open here, then
yeah.
like, and I still can move. Like I still can do whatever. Like it's that's where I am with it.
Yeah, that is true. So, well, you just gotta. Well, I have your number, so I can blow up your phone and be like, "Where the hell are you? Where have
Oh
you
no,
been?"
I'm lost.
No, no, no. I ain't know I'm lost. I know how to cash app you. You ain't lost. Find your way to a hotel. No, but no, like it's. I just want to say it's really good to see you because like this season two, I'm just talking. I'm just talking to you. It's good to see you. You look good.
Good
You
to
look
see you
good.
too.
You do.
I went
Thank
and got a haircut and everything before this. I was like, I gotta look good. I think
you.
no, I didn't wear a hat last time, but I did it myself last time, and I'm like, no, I'm not just not going to catch me.
Well, the show is more famous now, so yeah. Like, but no, it's just good to see you. So
I
get
go back to Philly.
okay.
It's me and my siblings. So,
Oh, okay.
and
See,
obviously, I'm the one with no kids and no partner, so it's always easy. Like, well, Tyreek, you can come here, okay,
yeah,
bitches.
yeah, yeah, right. He said,
All
okay, but
right.
no, a lot of us gays we don't have kids. Like my nephew's son is my sister's son, and I've had him, and now he's my responsibility. He's my favorite nephew. He's my heart. So that's always a good thing. But yeah, like what gays, we usually don't have the same hangups that heteronormative people do.
I want them to. I want kids. I don't want their problems, but I do want kids.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do want kids.
I'm glad he's 23. I've had him since he was 15. So yeah, that's it for me. Yeah, I don't want little because you know what it was? It took me a long time to arrive, because I was just talking about that in the monologues that I was doing before this. It took me a long time to deal with my demons. It took me a long time to battle mental illness. It took me a long time to process in therapy what everybody else had done to me. Because see, you don't go to therapy for what you did for yourself or to yourself. You go to therapy to process and understand what everybody else did to you. So that's what I'm doing and what that meant, and what I was making it mean. So I did all of that. So yeah, I don't want no little babies because now at 42 years of age, I'm coming into my prime, even with my career. I want to live it up. I got my passport again, Tyree. I'm ready to go to Paris again. Like I need this time for me. I've devoted 21 years to entertainment, and entertainment is not who I am. I did that because I needed to make enough money to be able to live a regular, normal Joe Schmo life. I needed it. I dropped out of college because of mental illness, so I didn't have that ability to be able to that the branding or the degree for higher education. Saying, all right, and my thing is, I got ambition, honey. I'm gay. I just don't want to be working at no, I don't want to be working at no Exxon or nothing like that. Like, would you like me to pump your gas? Like, no, bitch. I needed money. So this grind, yeah, like this grind that I did took a long time because music and entertainment takes a long time. But I'm over the hump now. Like now, I'm getting asked to do things. Now, money's coming in, royalties are coming in from my music. Like now, things are really flowing. And I'm 42, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like I
Okay.
literally, from this point on, I need my life to be about me. I need it to be about me because for so long it was about other people. It was about other people and what they thought. And, being indoctrinated so early in the church from 10 to 20, I was in the church. So that was a 10-year span, but those were the most formative years of development. And to have them, preaching at you, the church, preaching on you, saying things, doing things to you. It just really put a lot of shame in my life. And
Yeah, I was going to thought that word. Shame is like something that's been coming up a lot when it comes to therapy, like and breaking down that word and what it actually means. And it does strand. A lot of it came from the church. A lot of it came from going to church as a child, and where we do the most development at through our years. I don't think I did 10. I think the time I hit 18, my grandma said, "Are you going to church?" and not, "We're going to church." That was a game changer for me. I'm like, you know what? Next Sunday, yeah, I'll go. I'll be there. I got you.
right. No, right. No, but yeah, like those, I heard a comedian say it. Hannah, I forget her name. Her last name is, I forget her last name, but I'll look it up. But her name is Hannah. And she talked about living in Tanzania and not Tanzania, Tasmania. And she talked about how homophobic it was and the shame around it and the stigma. And she talked about when you do that to a child, especially the religions, that child is missing that in their development. They don't have the right synapses. They never developed to be able to have self-confidence, self-esteem, self-worth, self-reliance, like all of these self-preservation. Like there's all of these self things that kids miss. So that's what I would, people are like, oh wow, you had 20 years of therapy. It took you so long. Yeah, because I had to build that self-reliance, self-indulgence. I had to self-awareness. Like I've always been aware of myself, but it was kind of like with a film of hate on it. Because it was like, and my thing is, I never hated myself. I hated what me being myself brought me. I hated the pain. I hated the treatment that other people gave me because of being myself. So that was a lot. And a lot of us in the community deal with that, which is why I'm one of the few. And I'll say that there are more, but I don't perpetuate that forward. I don't perpetuate that forward because we need this. We need safe spaces. Um, a lot of us didn't have it, and you said something earlier, and I think you said this last time. You were outed, so it wasn't like a situation where you were ready. You were outed, and I think I do remember you saying that. But and what's so crazy? I tell you, masculine presenting men, when they look at you, they see man. So women especially fire at you because they can't have you. Oh, they literally think we lost one. And it's like, baby, how can you lose something that never professed or declared its allegiance to you, its loyalty to you? What makes you, first of all, with these women, it's like, first of all, who do you think you are?
Don't it?
Because a lot of these beautiful women, they're something ain't up here. It ain't all together right. And honestly, I do believe that. And I'm saying it like that because of the trauma that they face in their lives,
Yeah.
you know,
That's,
because of what people have said to them. And then it's this whole, if they find out a man is gay, they automatically internalize that it must be something about them that's the problem why he left and went to a man. And that right there is like, no, like that's, I don't even understand how they put those two things together. But automatically, women automatically, they're just like, he didn't want me, or we lost one. And they go to, it must have been something that I did, or we did, or, I get this. I had this woman, she's no longer friends with my grandmother, but my grandmother met her, not in our area. I think going to it, we were at a diner or something, and we met her. And the crazy thing was, she was my grandmother's friend, and my grandmother's a Christian. So, but she's an open-minded Christian. She funded this. Vic bought this wig. Get this, my best friend Vic bought this wig and this dress. He lives in Texas, so he lives in San Antonio. So hey Vic, shout out to you, Vic. Thanks for the wig and the dress. But anyway, back to what I was saying. My grandmother's a very open-minded Christian. So she got this and she said to me, baby, this is who you are. Like I can't, she doesn't believe that it's a demon or a spirit, or that when we hear men that get these, succumb to these things, that it's some kind of curse or punishment. It's not. It's not. It's the process. It's what it happens. So my grandmother was like, you wouldn't do this if it weren't who you were. Like, and that's what people don't understand. We act and behave because of who we are. We do the things we do because of who we are. Now, who we are can change over time, but the core pretty much stays the same. I'm still that young kid that was misunderstood, that was quirky, who had the high voice, whom people made fun of him. Now he makes all of his money from his voice, every single dime, more than they will ever see in their lifetime, you know? So it just happens. But I hated what it brought for me. But people knew though, I was effeminate. I find that my brothers that are not, such as yourself, not effeminate, you guys get hit hard because women are like, we lost one. And it's like, no, there are plenty out in the world. But that's what it is. The thing that I said earlier that I think that it's not right is I think black women, especially black women, have this thing that there's a scarcity of good black men. And that's not the case. Now, yes, a lot of women pick up projects. You shouldn't have to pick up a project. You shouldn't have to make him into a better man. But let's be honest, women make black men, especially black women, they make us better. My grandmother made me a better person. My aunts made me a better person. My girlfriends, my best friends, made me a better person. So, that's what I try to tell women. It's flattery. Your contribution to my life is valid. But I don't do this because I want to look like a girl. I do this because to me, this is the epitome of beauty. And my thing is, with me being too spirited, and I'll show you where my lens of beauty is. You remember the movie Stargate?
Don't judge me. I don't think I've seen that.
Okay, well, you can Google it. And Stargate, I think, yeah, it's called Stargate. It was an old movie. And the god Ra was on the earth. He was a god. And he was in his temple. And they found the most beautiful androgynous model to play him. And literally, he was on his throne, and I'll never forget him sitting there. And he's just sitting with his arms, and he has long, flowing black hair, and his face is just so beautiful, and he's so beautiful. And literally, it revolutionized the world as far as beauty for men. He got picked up to do actual fashion modeling after that. It was and when I saw it, I was like, I want to look like that. I want to look like that. To me, that's beautiful. When you look at yourself and you have traces of femininity and masculinity, this isn't me all the time. And that's what I love about it, because I get to put it on. But my favorite part of this is taking it off, because it really is. It is the favorite thing, because when I remove it, I did what I had to do. It served its purpose. So it's like a suit for me. So I love, like tonight, I'm gonna go in that bathroom, wash his face, because I know we just had a bomb ass conversation. And I can't wait to edit it. And I'm wiping with pride. But influences. When I was younger, a kid in the 80s, they had this cartoon called Gem. She was a high school student, and she had this machine called Synergy. She'd go into Synergy and she'd become a rock star. That's the same. That's kind of like, yeah, Synergy, like Gem. It was a popular cartoon. Yeah, it was a popular cartoon. Gem, Jem. Yeah, she was a rock star when it came out of Synergy. And I like that because it was the idea of duality. You can be two things at once. Two things can be true at once. It doesn't have to be one or the other. So I live my life there. Now, when people ask me, are you non-binary? I like to say, I'm pretty binary. And they go, well, really? And I'm like, yeah, because when I'm dressed like this, you better address me as she and queen. When I'm my other self, you need to address me as he. It's not rocket science for me. That's it. What am I giving you? I'm giving you this representation. This is queen. Other representation, that's Bjorn. So it's really crazy. But I said that because I felt the need to just kind of like strengthen the foundation in your core, because I know, like, it's not easy. Like, masculine men, you guys get it really bad from the world. It's like they immediately be like, traitor! And then all of a sudden, you deserve everything that happens to you. And it's like, what? What?
No,
No, I don't. I don't
at
deserve
all.
everything that happened to
At
me.
all.
At
Don't put that
all.
on me. Please don't put that on me.
Yeah, please don't put that. I love that. Please don't put that on me. Like, no, but they try. So I'm really happy and I commend you, not condemn you.
Damn this.
I commend, that's what it was. I commend you for finding a way to still live. Because what people don't understand is there's a social death that happens and an emotional death that happens when we feel that we're compromised or when we feel that something has changed about us. We all do that, Tyreek. We all, like, I'm always singing because I don't want to lose it. But the truth of the matter is sometimes you just got to take vocal rest. Sometimes you just got to let the inevitable happen. Sometimes I just said that today. Oh, it's the end of the year. What I said, God, I need some inspiration. He said, no, I'm not inspiring you right now. I said, why? He said, because you're doing what I want you to do. I said, what is that? He said, resting. Resting.
That's right.
Yeah. He said, this is the time to rest. This year has been a doozy. Rest. And my thing is with me resting, I can rest because I have hundreds of monologue videos to release. I have hundreds, hundreds. I have 3 phones sitting here full, of monologues that I did. I can rest and just post when I want to. Like, we need to, like you said, you're in therapy. One thing I had to learn in therapy was to not be so hard on myself. That was a huge thing for me in therapy. I was mad that I was a survivor because I have none of my siblings, Tyreek, none of my siblings made it. Mm-mm. And then, as far as mental illness go, I got bipolar 1, PTSD, and acute anxiety, but they got schizophrenia, they got dissociative disorder, multiple personality. They got my siblings, they didn't make it. They didn't make it. So I lived with survivor's guilt for a long time because they hated on me. Well, you have mental illness like us. What made you so special? Because I'm the oldest too, so they hate the oldest. That's Nana's favorite, Nana's baby. What made you so special that you get to have this life? And it's like, to be quite honest, how many of y'all went to therapy? How many of y'all did the work? How many of y'all faced yourselves? How many of y'all sacrificed for what you wanted? How many of y'all were willing to even not have sex for 12 years so that you could build a business? Oh, y'all can't raise y'all hand? That's why y'all didn't succeed. But it's bad. It's bad. A lot has happened since we talked. So, a year ago, my brother tried to kill me on my bathroom floor, Tyreek.
Try to kill you.
Schizophrenic. Got put out of the army. And my grandmother, he wasn't taking his medication. And my grandmother, I brought him here. None of my family wanted him here. But I kept saying, I can handle him. I can handle him. I can handle him. He's my baby brother, the only baby brother I have. I can handle him. And then when I got here, he turned on me and he lunged at me and we began to fight. And I was fighting for my life. And I had to whip my little brother's ass in the bathroom. Got me good. He scratched me really bad. I was bleeding. He bit my thumb and had it in his mouth so that he could stop the swinging. Like, it was bad. But I had to go to family court the next day. I didn't even go to bed. Went to file the report at the police station. Went to family court at 9 a.m. down in the center city. Back home had the oh my God. Smokey! You gotta see
Dang.
this. Move down at he. I'll tell. Took a year and 6 months to like me. I had him that long, and he didn't like me. Now he loves me, and he won't leave me alone in anything. But anyway, probably have to edit that out too. But anyway, down to family court. They literally took one look at me. The judge took one look at me. I had all the scratches and the digs in my neck and all that stuff, and the blood, dry blood and stuff. And he gave me a restraining order for 3 years. And then they came and served, the police served my brother and actually physically removed him from my home. And then what was so crazy was he then, maybe a week, 2 weeks later, called my home and didn't remember what happened and was in the hospital asking me to help him. And I'm like, I can't say his name, but I almost did. But I'm like, bro, there's a restraining order against you. You can't come anywhere near me. And I definitely can't come anywhere near you. So my siblings don't enjoy the same life that I have. And that had me, I felt so guilty for years. That survivor's guilt and shame was so strong. But I had to learn, my therapist, because I've had quite a few, because they moved on and it was like, oh, I never changed them. They changed themselves. But they literally were like, baby, you made different decisions. You made different choices. And that's why you sit where you sit. That's what it is. So I
Yeah,
said, oh,
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
yeah,
And like
yeah,
life with that.
that was really an ordeal. But at the same time, I'm still here. And
Oh
I'm,
my God, you just said, what is it, Tisha Campbell? I'm singing. What's that song? I don't know. I'm
don't
thinking
sing
about
it
it.
because I don't
The
want to
way
pay
you
her.
said, I was like,
Don't pay her. Don't pay her. I don't want to pay. I have to pay her, but I know I'm. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, but don't sing it because I don't want to have to pay her. But anyway, but yes, but no, like seriously, like it's, yeah, life is a doozy for all of us. The least of your worries is a autoimmune disorder. Like I mean it. Like the least of your worries. Trump's about to take office. Trust me, they need to stop coming for us. They got bigger fish to fry now.
Mhm.
Much bigger fish to fry. Much bigger fish to fry. But
Okay.
tell me, because we've done our hour. I just wanted to talk to you. I just wanted to see you. That's what this was. I just wanted to see
I'm
you.
I'm still here. I'm still
Yes.
I'm still here.
Here it is again. But now you got it in my head. I'm. And
I
then
know.
don't do it. Don't do it. I don't want to have to pay. I don't want to have to pay. I don't want to have to
Don't
pay.
do
Don't do it. Don't do it.
it.
No, but yeah, I needed to see you because I've been following you and I see you. I saw you happy. I saw, the relationship. I was thankful for it, but you said he made a different choice. That's okay.
My
You
God,
fine.
that's true. It was
You
it was
fine.
beautiful. It
Listen.
was beautiful what it was. And
Yes. Listen, you're fine. You'll get another and another and another and another until you decide, okay, let's make this one the one. Like it's fine. Tell me about, I saw you, the last thing I saw you were doing, you were in front of a camera and they were talking about your life and you were doing something, you were raising awareness of about HIV, but it was some kind of like, you posted it was some kind of like sit down, kind of like interview or something. What was that about?
Oh, for Plus Magazine.
Yes.
Um, so that so it was Pride was coming up. So I got invited to come out and talk about, living your life in pride, having HIV, and the details in the email were, very happy. This is gonna be like a happy story for everybody. They fly me out to LA. First time being in LA. It was okay. It was fun. And then I get on set and I'm hyped. I got big energy. I'm like, let's fucking go. Like we gonna do this interview already. I'm talking to the camera crew, the makeup artist. Like I'm having a good time. And
Yeah.
I'm noticing every single person that comes out of the room is crying. So I'm concerned. I'm like, okay, what is happening? Like, because that's not like a happy cry. That's like what just happened in there. So when we start going through the interview, we talk about being a fitness, and then they go into like everything that came with stigma and opening up about like certain topics that they didn't put in the interview. There was certain events that happened that I was like ready to talk about this publicly they didn't post, which is okay. That means it wasn't ready to be heard, and that's what that was. But it was just bringing more awareness to the backside of their stigma, and then there's a lot of other things that come with that, and that's pretty much where it came from. And
Wow.
they all talk about like different issues that arose after transitioning, and sad things.
So that's why they were crying because they were sharing their stories.
They were going in deep. Because the first like maybe 30, 45 minutes is like chill. It's like sad. It's like it's highs and lows. But and I can kind of feel where they were segueing to. So I was like, okay, I guess we're doing this. And they asked you, he all he had to do was ask one more time, is there anything else you wanted to say? And I bawled in tears and just came out and just opened up about it.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. They didn't air it. And I mean like hysterical crying. But it was definitely an experience. I've never been flown. No, no, that's not true. Well, the way they did it, they flew me out. They put me in two different hotels, and like, I was like, "Oh, this is nice. I feel important." But it was definitely a. Even after I called all my friends, I was like, "I am going to need so much support when I get back. I need y'all. And if y'all not there, I'm gonna fuck y'all up and drag y'all with me. Like, I need y'all." So that was definitely an experience. And kind of like another shifting point in my life too, just to talk about it.
Wow. And see, get this. They didn't air it, but they own it. So you can't even discuss it here. You can't because they own it. They bought the story and they have the footage and they may never do anything with it, but they own it. So you need to make sure going forward, this is just a little business 101, you need to see how much of it they own because when you tell your story like that to them, you can't tell your story like that to other people without their consent. Like you got to make sure that it's okay. Like, people don't know the legality of it all, but when you sell your story, you sell your story. So no, but I'm glad you got to talk about it because I was wondering what that was. So I'm glad that you got to talk about it, and I'm glad that you were able to express it because I know nobody ever lays down and says, "Hey, I want this." you know, give me this. Like nobody ever does that. So all of us, when it happens, there's devastation, there's trauma, there's shame, disgrace, abandonment, all those things. But I need you to know that at the end of the day, one, you're going to find where you belong in this country, or it might even be Bali. I don't know why I'm saying Bali. It might even be Bali because you might be one day you might be over it and say, you know what, Queen of Shade told me go to Bali. Go to Bali. Bali. That's what I hear, Bali. But only because it's the whole Zen lifestyle. It's the whole Zen lifestyle. It's the whole beautiful place. Fitness is a huge part. You can do huge fitness retreats there where people pay you thousands of dollars to be flown in for weekends or a weekend on end. You could have a whole situation going on. I don't know why I'm saying that. Well, yes, I am. I'm saying it because I see something like that happening for you. Because I see, okay, I have to say this. I see your success being tied to you making peace like with
Hmm.
everything. Like, yeah, I see your success. Like that's what I was saying earlier. I told those two friends, own it. Like it'll take you to the other side. It'll take you where it's a vehicle. It'll take you where you need to go. They just didn't have the courage they weren't ready. And like you said, can't be mad at them. That was their story. But for you, you've already started to share. I see it being something that takes you somewhere, takes you way away from where you started because it's like, in the whole healthy lifestyle, like, and get it. A lot of people would want to hear from you more how to take care of themselves, how to eat, how to do those things because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And I do mean everywhere. The statistic is still one in two. That's 50%. It's everywhere. But it's the same thing with, I interviewed a lot of my OnlyFans guys, and everybody talked about them like a dog. Oh, why is she talking to them? I was talking to them because they were my friends and they're human beings. And then I sit back with my friends and laugh because we're like, didn't they say something crazy about us talking about this stuff? Now they are doing the Only and the Fans. You see, now they're doing the Only and the Fans, and they want your understanding. Hmm. Hmm. People. So, people always act like the shoe can't be on the other foot.
They grow up. They grow up. And again, I don't put them at fault. Like, it's just like they weren't exposed to that. So I remember OnlyFans got big in 2020.
Mhm.
That was like the first thought in my head. I was like, quick money, quick money. What's happening in the world? Why am I thinking about paying bills and there's a pandemic? Like, I'm thinking about making money and people are dying.
Yeah.
So that was the first thought in my head. I was like, don't want to go to row. No, I want to go to row. I just no. I was like constantly back and forth, but I definitely want to support my friends. Yo, my straight friends too.
Yeah.
My hetero ones, like, bruh, I'm like, really? Okay,
Yeah.
all right, I'll subscribe and unsubscribe. I got you. But it was a turning point. It was a lot more exposure to sexuality from everybody, not just porn stars. Like everybody, like everyone has this side to them.
Yeah. Well,
Mm.
it's true. It's true. It's true. Even I've been celibate for 12 years, but I love gay for pay men and I love escorts. I love them, and I'm talking high-end escorts. I want the whole fantasy. I want what I paid for, darling.
The
All day.
older I get, the more I'm just like, I'm tired of telling people BS. Like I'd rather just pay for what I want for that one time and just go. Like I'm good.
Yeah. You know what it is? Because you reach a certain age and you realize I got tired of people bartering with their bodies with me. See, my thing is, I understand that's how you make your money, yes, but don't give me your body in hopes that I become your benefactor and fund your entire life and all of your hopes and dreams. I got tired of that. I can do my part, but don't try to make me fully and solely responsible for making your dreams come true. That's not fair. It's not fair. So that's why I love the Only in the Fans boys and the Gay for Pay and the escorts, because I'm paying them for their services. Then they got to run off to whatever other clients they got and get paid for their services. And then they have to make their own way or figure out what they're going to do with the money. Like, one of my buddies was like, yeah, my friend is an escort in, I think he said Hong Kong. And he said, it's wild. He said he loves it. So I'm like, yeah, yeah, like, yeah. Look at you.
Mm.
I'm not
No,
trying to
Hong
give you
Kong.
ideas, Tyreek. You go open a gym.
I'm in Hong
You gonna
Kong.
open a gym, baby. I'm not trying to give you ideas. No, but like that's. But when you said we all had that side to us, we do. We do.
Yeah.
I'm an OnlyFans content creator. I just haven't made any content yet, but I have it already. It's ready and good to go. Like it's
we
ready.
all got it. We all got it
We
in
all got it.
that hidden folder. That hidden folder.
Right. Oh yeah.
Like I might.
Please, we all got that hidden folder. And get this, I'm Queen, so they all send me. I get to see a lot. I love my boy. I get to see a lot. Queen, look at this, look at this. How this? What's that? Oh, it's that. Little to the left, little to the right. I get to see everything, and I love it because I'm like, oh, this is great. Thank you. Like this is amazing. Good. And then so many of them, it's like they say to me, oh, well, you can share it if you want to. I'm like, boy, I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm not gonna do that to you. Like I care about my guys. You're one of my babies, even though I'm your Philly John. Yeah,
Really,
you,
John.
yeah,
Really,
you're my
John.
babies. So it was just so nice to see you and to talk to you because it's been 2 fucking years. It's been
Besides social media, yeah. And
yeah.
then you went in on the situation with the throuple.
Yes, I know them.
That was crazy.
Yes, I
If
know.
you never met them, you knew them from social media. And
But get
that's
this, it was harder for me because the social media was like, "Well, you never laid eyes on them face to face." I'm like, "Yeah, bitch, but I still sent my money. I still answered those late night calls. What do you don't know the depth of our relationship." And get this, I've been doing that with men like that since 2003. One of my babies, Stanley is his name. He just passed. And I was talking to his family because I've learned of his passing. He was a beautiful, gentle soul. If you saw his picture, you'd be like, oh, I remember him. I've seen him. Like literally. And his family was like, because I told him, I said, I've known him since 2003. I'm so sorry for your loss. And they were like, oh no, he told us about how he met you in 2003 and how he knew you were going to be a huge light. And they said he was very intuitive about things like that. He knew, and look at you now. And I just was like, wow. He told his family about me, and I was not even the queen back then. He just encountered a light on modelmayhem.com. That's where I met him. And now he's gone. And I don't know the circumstances surrounding his passing, but he's gone. And that one hurt me too. But DeAndre, because that's who it was, DeAndre Cotrell's hurt me so much because he's a Libra like me. So when we spoke, we connected. Like we got that brain. It was like I was like talking to a mirror. You know, he was ambitious. He literally had his bachelor's, his master's. He was in school for his PhD and doing, the entertainment thing. And I'm like, because that's how Libras are. Knowledge is a big thing to us. It's not just about these shows and shit. It's about what we learn. I read incessantly. I'm always reading. This is my baby from California. Her name is Garland Guidry. And I'm literally reading her book. It's called My Romance, His Friendship. And she's talking about being a trans woman and being in love with a friend that only sees her as a friend and she want more. So I'm sitting up here like, like I'm reading because she's very descriptive. She's a great writer. So, but she always was. I met her in 2008 on YouTube. Like, so don't tell me that social media doesn't connect people and bring people together. If anything, you can get to people to help you faster that way. Because before you had to rely on the people that you immediately knew. Now you can get on the damn social media and be like, I need $50, and somebody cash up you $50. You can do a lot more now. So, and I'm not going to say too much, but the mother of one of the boys was very, very like really, really there for me during that time because I knew him so much and I was so devastated because I was like, he's gone. And then they're tearing down my other baby in the court of public opinion with no evidence. So I was like, two lives are being murdered here. One is gone. They trying to kill another one. I was, woo, he made me, his passing made me take a vacation. I hadn't taken a vacation in 12 years. I had to take a vacation and literally leave the city. I went to the Pocono Mountains. That's where I love the mountains. I ran to the mountains and I stayed there with my family. And my family literally watched me round the clock because I woke up at 3 a.m. in the morning posting about him, crying about him. And the mother of one of them was there at 3 a.m. It still makes me emotional. 3 a.m. telling me it's okay, baby. It's all right. I see them talking about you didn't know them. We know differently. We're up there talking about what he said to her and what he said to me. And the stories matching about what he wanted out of life. And that was a lot. And then to deal with people saying, oh, well, you didn't know them and people minding the business. And I said, all of y'all right now are sitting around y'all kitchen tables with y'all gay fucking friends up here discussing who did it and who you think did it and how it happened. All of y'all. But y'all mad at me because I'm out here asking the world what happened. And if anybody saw something, fuck all of y'all. Fuck all of y'all. Literally, I stopped talking about it because I literally, for my mental health sake, one of my babies that I was speaking to, who's well known, I'm not going to call his name, but he walked me through it too. We was literally taking what the news was saying, what the cops was saying, and we was filling in blanks. He was helping me. Like this. What's going on? They said this now. This is a new development. We was trying to find out. And I know a lot more about their lives behind the scenes than was publicized. So I couldn't come out with that information because I didn't, substantiate it. One was missing, who we found out later wasn't missing. One was gone, and then one wasn't even being credited as his boyfriend. He wasn't even nowhere. They totally removed him. Because they did not like that thruple idea. They didn't like that. It hit the whole world with that. Thruple, what is that? And then it incited the craziness on the gay community again. Them lashing out. What is this? What is that? And then they came for me. You talk about you like escorts. You talk about you like, fucking gay for payment. You're part of the problem. My block list, especially during that time, tripled. Because I was like, bitch, I can't even do this right now. I can't do this right now. I was like a roaring lioness during that time. But he's laid to rest now. And we are going to be all right. And it's okay. I moved on and but I don't like the fact that, people don't give social media all the credit that it is. Because even today, I'm sitting here, this is going on social media. I just wanted to look at your pretty face and them biceps and them chest, that chest. Yeah. Like, just to make sure you're okay. This is just me checking in with you. So crazy.
Everything's good. Everything will always be
Yeah.
well, as long as I just stay in my lane, do what I'm supposed to do.
And I want you
Right?
always, and I want you to know you can always call me. You could always call me. Always, always, always. My
In my
phone
life.
is always, always open. Yeah. But listen, we've done our hour. So, season one, I had you do this. I had you give me 3 words that inspire and empower you. Season two is different. Season two is make a wish, charge it in the atmosphere. It's not like a genie thing. It's really just say out of your mouth what you want so that it returns to you. If you could wish for something right now, what would you wish for?
I gotta say it aloud.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Continuing growth and peace.
Yeah.
Continuing peace.
Yeah. I understand because peace of mind, if you don't have peace of mind, you don't have anything.
Mm.
Yeah.
You got lashing out, you got
Yeah.
drama, dramatics. Like you got all the just for continued peace.
Yeah. I get it. Tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
You can find me. You can go to my company's page, Black and Queer Fitness, or Tyriek Taylor on Instagram, or Tyriek Taylor on Facebook. My snap is low carb diet. Low carb
Yeah.
diet.
I'm gonna have to join that snap. But anyway, yeah, no. So what about YouTube? Do you have a YouTube?
The Black and Queer Fitness does have a YouTube. I'm working on my personal one. I took it down, but it'll be back up shortly.
No, but that's no, Black and Queer Fitness is good because that's, where you work. So I just wanted to make sure you had one so that you could be posting your fitness videos. Because my God, I'm gonna find me a good picture. I'm gonna find me a and if not, I'm gonna text you for one. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go away. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard the vocal stylings of this beautiful, masculine presenting man, Mr. Tyriek Taylor. So did you enjoy? Was the conversation everything you thought it would be? It was for me. I love catching up with my friends. It was absolutely amazing. So if you thought it was amazing, please continue to watch, comment, like, and share. And most of all, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I love you, and I do this for you. Good, wholesome content about self-love, self-confidence, and self-healing. The Queen of Shade loves you all. Remember my name, the Queen of Shade. Mwah.
And I wish you could have more of me, but I'm questioning your loyalty. But you know my love is never free. Little boy, come get your daddy, please. And I wish you could have more of me, but I'm questioning your loyalty. But you know my love is never free. Little boy, come get your daddy, please. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I'm gonna get you, boy. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I'm gonna get you, boy. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I'm gonna get you, boy. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I'm gonna get you, boy.
Please subscribe to the Queen of Shades YouTube today for over 1,000 original videos created by the Queen herself. Subscribe today.
Turn that TV down.